Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. You join me on a very rainy weekend at Lytham at Piper's Heights Caravan Park, and I'm here to test this. This is version 3 of the 4G combo, but this is the deluxe version. So a few years ago I did check out version 2 and I've been using this quite a lot. It's a really good piece of kit and it does a cracking job of giving you a 4G internet system for your caravan or motorhome. But there was a couple of issues that I saw in it when I reviewed it, and I brought them to the attention of Falcon Technology. So they've now brought this version out, version 3, as I say. Is this an improvement on version 2? Let's get it out of the box and check it out first of all and see what's what with the new 4G Deluxe combo. So here is the box for the Falcon Combo Deluxe 4G router. A little bit of information on here. We do have a QR code which you can scan for more information and videos that can help you with any of the Falcon devices, as well as this one. It also has an explanation here for the Wi-Fi, the fact that this device is actually IP66 in water and dust proofing. It's got a unlockable SIM. You can use up to 10 devices at any one time. It's 150 megabits per second, and you don't require any tools to actually fit this device and set it up. So it gives you a few examples of what you can use, i.e. computers, laptops, tablets and mobile phones, etc. So let's get it out of the box now and see what we get. Oh, that's different. Let's get rid of the box. So Falcon, as part of the package for this deluxe, have actually included a carry case, and it's one of those sort of soft hard shell cases with a handle on the top, and it's got a zip all the way around. I'll take it off shot and I'll open it up and I'll show you what's inside it. So first things first is the actual router device itself, and it's a completely different shape and design to the previous one. I understand that Falcon have painted this design. It's their own unique design, and that includes the casing and the internal electronics. On the top we have two brass screw threads for your antennas, which I'll show you in a moment. On the rear we have the mounting device area, and on here we have two slot sections here which will fit the suction cups which were in the previous one, but there's another addition that I'll show you in a moment. Also we have the through guides here on both sides, top and bottom, for zip ties should you wish to attach it to a pole. And if I turn it slightly on its side like so, you can see that this is like a rounded shape, so it'll accommodate a pole. Then below we have obviously the Wi-Fi password, and we also have the usual information that it's DC 12 volt 1 amp. Now this is the password for this. It is a setup password. Once you've actually installed it and sorted the password out, you can actually change it in the device settings through a laptop or a mobile phone. On the opposite side, on the edge here, we have some backlit indicators. One is for power on, internet, 4G, Wi-Fi, and also it has a computer light as well. Now underneath, I'll just take this off. If I remember rightly, they're quite stiff, but yeah, we've got it off now. Okay, so from left to right, we have the SIM slot. Now, it takes a standard size SIM. Now, I know a lot of us use mini or micro SIMs now, but that's not to worry because there's something in the kit that's provided by Falcon that will assist with that, but more on that later. Next to that, we have the LAN port, should you wish to hardwire this to your TV or laptop. The DC power socket, and then next to that we have a USB-C port. Now this is for power only, to power this device. And in the far right corner we have a circular hole which is the reset button. So that is the actual new case of the Falcon 4G router. Well, this did surprise me. Inside the package you also get this 12-volt adapter. We have two 12-volt sockets here, which means you can power your 12-volt TV from one and the 4G router from the other. It has a 3.1 amp USB-A socket, and also it has a USB-C power socket. And it also has the Super USB on this side. And just below the USB-C there's also what I would imagine is an LED readout to tell you what the power is that it's drawing. So yeah, very impressed with that. Now the next item is the two antennas. Now these are a lot more chunkier and more powerful in terms of the gain that you can get from the device to improve your 4G signal. The other ones were a lot more slimmer. Now these are like the others, they do bend and they also rotate as well without unscrewing from the device. The next item is a USB-C and USB-A cable for powering the combo. Also, Falcon have included a 2-meter LAN cable, so if the signal that you're getting is not that good because of the area that you're in, this will help strengthen the signal, because you can plug it direct from the router into your TV or laptop and it will improve the signal. So next up we have the suction cups, which were on the previous device. Now these are really good quality. They fit inside here like so and lock upwards, and they don't come out, and they do provide good suction. They're identical to the ones that were used on the previous version, and I have to admit we never have any issues with them. So that's the two suction cups. Now if you want a slightly more permanent fitting, you can use this, which is now supplied with the kit. What it is, it's an adhesive backed section here, and if we just take the router now and I'll demonstrate, this fits inside here like so and then locks up inside. Then you've got a permanent actual attachment, because all you have to do when you've finished and you're breaking down the Caravan or the motorhome to go home, you just unlock it and take this away, and that will be permanently stuck to the side of your Caravan or motorhome. Also with the kit we have two zip ties. As I said before, they fit in these two slots down here and attach to the pole. Now, as I mentioned previously, it takes a full-size SIM. Now, with the previous version, you had to go out and find the right one for your actual SIM and purchase it yourself. Falcon have thought about this, and they have now included in the package 3 SIM adapters. There is micro, MIDI and small in terms of the SIMs, but they all make up into a large SIM card which fits into here. They've even provided the pin to remove your SIM card from your phone, because the idea really behind this particular version is you can actually take your SIM out of your phone and use it inside the device, and you can still make Wi-Fi calls from your phone even though your SIM is inside here. So to power it from a 230 volt standpoint, we have these DC blocks here. Now what I like about these is they're universal, and the reason why they are universal is because Falcon's Wi-Fi 4G router will not just work in the United Kingdom, it will work in Europe, it'll work in the United States of America, and it will work in Australia. So there are different plug sockets for each country. Now with this package I've got the UK and Europe, but if you live in Australia, the package will be sent to you with the Australian plug adapters, and likewise if you're in the US you'll get the US versions. Now in the previous video that I made on the other Falcon 4G router, I did mention that the cable to power it wasn't long enough. So Falcon, rather than just giving you another one, they've added an addition in. So we've got the standard 2-meter cable here, should you require that. But if you need a bit more in terms of cable length, then they now provide, as well as the 2-meter, this 5 cable version, which I think is great, because for me personally, that's going to be probably the way I'll probably power it. But they've also added another feature, which I'm just going to show you now. So as with the previous model, you got a 12-volt power cable, which was 2 meters in length. And I did mention in the video that it wasn't quite long enough and I had to use an extension cable. Well, they've listened to us and they now add, as well as the 2-meter, they are now providing you with a 5-meter cable, which is excellent. So you get both of them. So for me, for the 5-meter one is going to be perfect. Now, I did mention briefly that this can be used in Australia. Now, the 12-volt system for the sockets is slightly different to ours, but that's covered because if you remove this red cap off the top, like so, I've pulled it off before I filmed because it's quite stiff actually, but if you can pull that off, it actually now will power 12 volt for the Australian 12-volt sockets. Now, the last thing in your 4G Combo Deluxe kit is a set of instructions, but it has some really good colour illustrated photographs on what I've explained and how you set it up. So let's go back to the Caravan now and I'll show you how to set it up. So the last thing I want to show you is the carry case itself, because Falcon have put a lot of time and effort into the design of this. Let's just open it up and I'll explain what I mean. So with the router itself, it's obviously got a cutout shape. I'll just take it out like that. But it's also got an indent recess there. And that's so that you can keep the actual suction pads on the device rather than keep taking them on and off. So that is what I like straight away. And again, they've done it for the 12-volt adapter. On the opposite side, we've got 2 elastic netting pouches, and they store your antennas and obviously your SIM card removal tool and adapters. And finally, underneath we have another netted area which stores all the power supplies and cables that you need for this device. And it simply just folds over, zips up, and it's good to go. Okay, so I mentioned earlier on that you could get this SIM adapter kit with the 4G combo, and it's great because it also has a pin section here, so you can remove the actual SIM. I've removed the SIM off camera and I've used this adapter, so we'll just put that on one side. Now, it does need a nice firm push into it, but once it's clicked in, it's ready to go. Now, to insert it, it's very simple, and you can't really get this wrong, because if you follow the diagram, which is just above the SIM slot, it shows you that the actual contact side needs to be upwards if it's turned upside down like so. So just click that into place. That's quite a thick, chunky click. So what I like to do, insert it into the 4G combo itself. I like to just loop the actual cable back slightly, and what I do then is to slide on the cover. Let's get it the right way around, make sure we've got it into the holes that are underneath, and then we're going to lock that into position like so. Now if you pull on that, it's not going to actually pull it out, so if anybody trips on it and yanks it, it will not remove or damage the power cable itself. So on the top we have the antennas, which I'm going to screw in like so. Now, as I said to you before, what I like about the antennas on all the routers that Falcon have done actually is you can actually turn them like so, and it doesn't unscrew them. They're locked in position nicely. So you've got a lot of combinations you can use in order to actually receive your signal. So let's put the suction cups on now. As I said before, the suction cups are really good quality and they insert in these holes like so, and they do take some doing, believe you me, but once you've done it, they are not going anywhere. You can see how strong that is. So we'll insert the second one. It's nice and tight. That's it. So the suction cups are ready to go. When placing your 4G router on the side of your caravan or motorhome, it's highly recommended that you avoid overhanging trees. Try and find an area of the caravan or motorhome with the most available sky that you can possibly get. That'll give you a clearer signal. Once you've placed the 4G combo where you're happy with it, you may need to adjust the antennas. Mine are on a slight 30-degree angle pointing outwards, but straight up may work just as well. Well folks, that was the 4G Deluxe combo system from Falcon Technology. One of the first things that I liked when I opened the box was this, the carry case. Really good quality, nice strong zip and a carrying handle. Why I like this is you can break the system down when you're going home, put it all back into the carry case, and you know that when you come to use it again, all the items that you stored in here are ready to go again, and you can quickly assemble it and get on with your 4G Wi-Fi. So also, in addition to that, I like the fact that Falcon have listened to its customers and also some of the reviewers like myself. The antennas on the original version 2, yes, they do, they're flexible and adjustable and they're really good, but the new ones are thicker, so you get a bigger gain signal, so you're going to get a stronger signal from the Wi-Fi network, which I think is good, and it has proved itself over this weekend. The next thing is, it's very easy and quick and simple to assemble, no problems at all. Falcon also listened to this, myself and others, when we did mention that the 2-meter cable for the 12 volt and the DC wasn't long enough to actually reach inside the caravan. So they now provide a 5-meter version of both of them, which I think is a really good idea. The other thing I like is the fact that they've included the SIM adapter now, so you can just pop your SIM out of your mobile phone and just use that. And you can still make Wi-Fi calls, should you wish to do so, from your phone without the SIM being present. So that's another plus for me personally. Now, I've been here at Piper's Heights, myself and Colin from Colin's Caravan Capers, and I have to admit, we've had really bad weather. I'm sure you can see it on the windows now. We've had torrential rain and thunderstorms. The 4G router has been on the side of the van the whole time, and the signal hasn't dropped one bit. Now, the signal at Piper's Heights is pretty good, and it's found a really strong signal for us, and we've been able to use that all weekend. So that gets a thumbs up from me as well. Now, if you're interested in this product from Falcon Technology, in the link description below, I will put a direct link to their website, and you can buy it online direct from Falcon Technology. I'd like to thank Piper's Heights for allowing us to make this video at their lovely site near Lytham, and also Falcon Technology for gifting this product to the channel for review. We will give our final thoughts on it at the end of the year, like we always do with our product review roundup. But in the meantime, I'd just like to thank yourselves as well for dropping by, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.